Oh my, yes, your power cells have been greatly drained. All right, I believe that the Energon hookup is now in sync with your systems. Starting flow, you should begin to feel the Energon flowing through your power cells shortly.
I don't feel anything yet, Shockwave. How long should this take?
Not long. Just be patient a few moments more.
Yes, there we go. Yes, I'm starting to feel stronger now. Like I could take on the entire world, the entire universe even. Thank you, Shockwave. I appreciate it. This feels so much better. I didn't like being low on power, especially when I'm convinced that this whole alliance we've got going on is probably gonna go sideways sooner rather than later.
Shh, Astrotrain. Aboard the Nemesis ship, there are heirs everywhere. Even if you have your doubts about Steeljaw or the Fallen or any of the other allies that we have added to our ranks, do not doubt Megatron. Since the onset of this excursion back home, we have doubled if not tripled our forces and added a warship. How can you not believe that he has a plan in mind that will give us dominion over Cybertron or, well, whatever is there in space? I believe in Megatron and you should as well.
Very well said, Shockwave. You should know that I always have a plan. Have more faith, Astrotrain. If you have finished with your re-energizing, then I invite you to take your leave now. I have something that I must discuss with Shockwave in private.
Of course, Lord Megatron. I didn't mean any disrespect. I was just thinking about all of the potential possibilities that could arise. Thank you again, Shockwave. I'm sorry for wasting any extra time. I'll take my leave now.
Well, this is indeed an unexpected surprise, Megatron. Allow me to welcome you to my humble abode, if you will.
Only you would find joviality within the confines of a laboratory, Shockwave. Alas, I am here for a more serious issue. We need to discuss the scans you took of me before we ever started this endeavor, before we ever left the planet. When you discovered the extra organ in my body.
Ah, yes, that, along with the massive readings in temporal flux. However, I was led to believe that you wanted me to suspend my research into those readings for the time being.
True. And I trust that your scientific nature wouldn't let you give it up, and that you've been continuing your research ever since.
Oh, Megatron, you know me so well. But may I inquire, why is your interest piqued now?
Because the situation has changed. New and troubling information has come to light.
I see. And would you care to share the nature of this information?
Negative. Explanations are not necessary. I simply have two questions. One, I want to know the nature of this extra organ, and if it's what I think it is. And two, I want to know if you can remove it.
I see. Well, you do realize that the previous scans were taken in a makeshift laboratory. They do not offer enough detail. However, the Nemesis here has a much more sophisticated laboratory. Its equipment is capable of far more precision. Please, take your place under the scanner, and I will endeavor to find you the answers you seek.
Shockwave, be thorough. This is too important to make mistakes. Is that it? it? Are we done? Do you have the answers I need?
Momentarily, Megatron. Patience. Curiouser and curiouser. According to these readings, you have a matrix inside of you, much akin in design to that of Optimus Prime. However, yours seems to be imbued with dark energon. It's as if it came from Unicron, but that would be impossible, wouldn't it?
Alas, I wish it wasn't true. But that new organ, that's exactly what I feared it was. A matrix of chaos. The question now, Shockwave, is, can you remove it?
I can't imagine why you would want to remove it. The additional power and limitless knowledge that it must give you is a gift, Megatron. Removing it, a curious proposition indeed. However, my loyalty is to you, first and foremost. It is intricately connected to your systems with new circuitry. It would not be an easy task to remove it. I will begin researching a plan, but expect that it will be very invasive.
I see, so it will not be so easy of a task. Begin making your preparation, Shockwave. You see, what you don't understand is that the price for this additional knowledge and power is too high. It makes me subservient to Unicron. I am Megatron. I bow to no one. Even the fallen, of whom I have the utmost respect, must understand that I am not a pawn for Unicron's designs. Approaching Ultroc 3, I was right. Long-range sensors showed a lot of Autobot ratings. A couple of them large, maybe warships or bases. But in the southern hemisphere, over on the western quadrant, there's a contingent of Decepticons. They might be worth adding to our ranks.
Possibly. Bisque, full stop.
Aye, Steeljaw.
Now, ease us into orbit near the location of the Decepticon signatures, and I will inform Megatron and the Fallen that we may have new recruits.
Are you sure that would be wise?
What was that? Am I sure? If I wasn't sure, then I wouldn't make the suggestion, now would I, my dear Arachnid?
Of course, maybe, just maybe, she makes a good, valid point.
Oh no, not you too, Fracture.
I'm just saying, maybe we should worry about adding to our ranks rather than telling Megatron and the Fallen so that they can add more forces to their ranks.
And that's exactly where your problem comes in, Fracture. You still have this us versus them mentality. It's the same problem you have, my dear Arachnid. No, we will let them know, and they can recruit the forces. We are one unified army now. We'll worry about leadership debates and power struggles later when the time is right. Steeljaw to Megatron and the Fallen. We have detected Decepticon energy signatures. You may wish to prepare a landing party and first contact. I am sure you will be eager to add new troops to our forces.
So, this is the monstrosity that you bring me.
Yeah, I've got news for you, Razorclaw. We're not too hip on this whole idea either. You can't imagine how uncomfortable it is being connected to Blitzwing like this.
Oh, hush your vocal processors. Octane, as you can see, Razorclaw, we have started extreme modifications.
This, naturally, is unfinished yet, but we do have working propulsion suitable for interstellar travel. That is a start, at least.
Don't worry about progress, though, Razorclaw. The rest is mostly structural. As long as we have working propulsion and mechanics, we will be able to leave the planet sooner rather than later.
There better be enough space aboard that ship when it's all done.
I also don't like the idea of trusting our lives to Octane and Blitzwing. I mean, do you know them? Hey, do you think that we're enjoying any of this? Do you think we want to carry you with your muddy hooves aboard us? I know I don't, and I bet you that Blitzwing doesn't either. I mean, he's so disgusted he's not even speaking.
Do you see this, Megatron?
I see it.
I mean, look what they've done to Octane and Blitzwing. Are you sure that you want to add them to our ranks?
It isn't their ingenuity or intellect that I admire, Starscream. It's their ferocity. Oh, Razorclaw, what in blazes are you and the Predacons doing this time? Megatron, it's really him.
Beware, Predacons. This may be nothing more than a deception by the Autobots.
Really, Razorclaw? First, you think that any Autobots would waste their time trying to deceive you this much. Secondly, you think your intellect is strong enough that it would take this much effort to deceive you?
Attempting to rattle my cage. That sounds like a classic deception.
What are they doing? What's happening? I can't see anything from down here. Hey, Jack McParanoid, how about you lower your blasters, let Megatron speak? Who knows? Maybe he has something of value to offer. Something better than cobbling together me and Blitzwing into a makeshift ship.
As I see it, Razorclaw, you have a choice. You can either listen to him, or we can have a standoff like this. Which one of us do you think is the more skilled warrior?
I would not underestimate me, Megatron. I would put my skills up against anyone, any day.
Do not be foolhardy, Razorclaw, or overconfident.
I'm not. My job is to lead and protect those who fall under my charge.
And mine is to lead and protect all Decepticons. The longer we stay here, the better there's a chance that our ship in orbit is detected. Yes, we have a ship, an Energon, and we're going home to Cybertron.
Did you hear that? They have a ship. I'd much rather travel aboard that than Blitzwing and Octane here.
I vote with Rampage. I like our chances with Megatron better. Really? Is that a fact? Well then, I suppose the onus is now on you, Megatron.
You see, the problem is, Razorclaw, that I still sense your suspicion and distrust, and that will only breed disloyalty.
Your words sound nice, Megatron. But where is the proof? Why should I believe you?
Proof? Proof? Really, that's what you require? And who do you think you are to demand anything from Megatron?
Who am I? I am the leader of the Predacons and the mouthpiece for Predaking.
Such bile and disdain for your leader. Though I am intrigued to learn that the Predacons can still merge to form Predaking. Very well. If you do not believe me and you need proof, then is a god good enough?
You are Megatron's prime. You are the fallen. Here, in physical form.
He is. And I am ruler of the Decepticons, Megatron.
doubts, Razorclaw.
Hugger, go. Find your other Predacons and bring them back. We are leaving the planet. You have our support. For now, Megatron. I would not take it for granted.
Excellent. We should leave post-haste if we have any hope of reaching Cybertron before the Autobots. But this pit stop has certainly aided in growing our ranks. The Autobots will fall to our might.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe how quickly they overwhelmed us.
Indeed. To be trapped in a cage like this, it's degrading. We are proud hunters meant to roam free. This is insult to injury. What's worse is that the Oracle was now left unprotected should she become discovered.
We must all have faith now, even you. We must trust that our operatives in the field are aware of what has happened and will work to help us. We're just lucky that those who were on patrol had not returned before the assault happened.
Still, though, I fear for their safety. Megatron will know who was missing once he sees the roster of who has been captured. We cannot rest now.
We breaking out?
While I respect your thinking, Grimlock, know a breakout would put everyone here in further danger. They obviously want us alive for some reason. If we attempt a full-scale break, that reason may evaporate. I am thinking of another idea.
We, Grimlock, want to fight.
What's your plan, Predaking?
A challenge. To Overlord. His arrogance and overconfidence will not allow him to dismiss me so easily. I just need to arrange a meeting. You there, jailer. Come to me. I have a request.
Get a load of this guy making demands.
Not a demand.
Sounds like a demand.
A request. I wish to speak to Overlord.
I see. You want me to disturb his business so you can have chit-chat with the boss? I'm going to need more of a reason than that. In case you hadn't already guessed, he doesn't particularly have a ton of patience for people wasting his time.
I have information of value.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a downer or a wet blanket, if you will. But surely you both realize that there are outstanding issues that must be addressed, not the least of which is a chain of command.
Oh, no doubt a chain of command will have to be one of those issues. But before we get there, we have to ensure that all proper security measures are taken first.
And that's where I come into play. Yes, my analysis is complete.
And indeed, Megatron, please regale us with the story of our successful domination of this planet.
Ha! While I appreciate your exuberant enthusiasm, Bludgeon, unfortunately, I must admit that there are still some loose ends, yes.
What kind of loose ends, Megatron?
My analysis would indicate that we have captured all of Grimlock's Dinobots, and I believe all of, or close to all of, Predaking's Predacons. However, we still do not know the location of the heart and soul of this planet, the Oracle, and there are several of Optimus Primal's Maximals still roaming the plains. Presumably they were on security duty when the attack occurred. We will need to find them. I have already dispatched my Predacons. Perhaps we would benefit from you dispatching Decepticons as well. We can cover more surface area that way, yes.
Stragglers. Wonderful. That's exactly what we need now. On an entire planet, I'm sure it will be no problem to find a few stragglers.
Knockout. Shut up. In the meantime...
I volunteer the Seekers, Overlord. We can take to the skies and we'll find the stragglers, I'm sure, without too much problem. Do not be overconfident, no. One of the Maximals is a former Predacon of mine, and Dinobot is extremely resourceful. He will know to avoid open areas. Yeah, I said we got it. Nobody can hide from us.
Nevertheless, Ramjet, intellect has never been the Seeker's strong suit. I want you to work with the Predacons. They know the terrain and our enemy better than you. Follow their lead for now.
As you command, Overlord.
Now then, what's this about the Oracle? Yes, I am curious about the same thing. What is the nature of this Oracle?
Yes, well, much like Cybertron has Primus as its sentient core, or Unicron is the sentient core of his body, Oracris as its sentient core has the Oracle, but alas, the Oracle only has correspondence with Predaking. He is the only one who knows exactly where she lays dormant.
Is that right? So to control the planet, we need to control the Oracle. Seekers, search for the stragglers with the Predacons. Croc, tidal wave, I'm coming your way. Let the Predaking know. Now we need to have a little meeting.
Well, he certainly is the take-charge sort, isn't he? I suppose in the meantime, I should let my Predacons know that they will be getting support from Decepticon jets, yes. Megatron is right, you know. Overlord is the take-charge sort, and if you're not careful, Bludgeon, he's going to usurp your power and make sure that your troops follow him.
Silence yourself, Knockout. I am well aware of Overlord flexing his leadership muscle, and I am aware of the power play he is making. Right now is not the time to act or react. I will merely observe. This is a long game.
Hey, Your Highness, you are lucky. I was on my way to speak to Overlord when he contacted me himself about rounding up some extra security. You see, he's coming to see you.
Must be pretty important.
Oh, it is. He and I have much to discuss. Face me, beast.
Is this about freeing us?
Free you, our manual labor. You shall build our great new empire. No, this is about the straggler still missing and the location of the Oracle that I've heard so much about. I hear that you specifically have a link to her. Whatever.
I see. So you demand information from me with no benefit in return. No, we have nothing to discuss.
How dare you speak to me like that? I could have already ended you, had I wanted to.
Except that you won't. You may be merciless, but you have honor and valor. Your personal constitution would not allow you to merely extinguish my spark, or anyone else's, meaninglessly. You want the information? Let's make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Battle.
Ha! You want to fight me? One-on-one? What are the stakes?
I do want to fight you. The stakes are simple. If you win, I will become subservient to you and cooperate in whatever ways are necessary to help you establish your dominion. If I win, you set us free and leave this place. So, what will it be?
I've already beaten you once. There's no way you can beat me. I accept. Open the cage. This is gonna be fun.
Predaking, good luck. I hope he knows what he's doing. Our entire future may depend on it.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, we're doomed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to believe in old wing thing there, but the fact of the matter is, Overlord was right. I mean, he beat him once before, and now we're relying on him to win in round 2? I think we're just gonna stay as we are. Rats trapped in a cage.
Well, here we are.
I see no need for chit-chat. We've made our agreement. It's time for action.
Well, well, well. Look at Overlord flexing all of his muscle. What? I'm just pointing out the obvious that he is seeking to cement his position. That's all.
Keep your observations to yourself, Knockout. I can see. Patience, as they say, is a virtue. How ungrateful. I have even amassed an audience to witness your demise.
Doubtful. It is more likely that you have gathered them to witness your undisputed power as their leader. If you can beat me, that is.
You know what? You're right. We have spent too much time talking.
I see through your facade, even if your followers do not.
Enough. Let's do this.
Ah!
Unbelievable. Come on, Overlord, come on. We all know that you can beat that big winged freak. Yeah, what he said. You got it, boss.
Not so fast.
Attack! Ah!
That'll show you. Nobody beats Overlord.
And just like that, your end is here.
Ah! We are not done yet. Fall!
Never.
We shall see.
Do yourself a favor. Stay down. It's over. We're done here. The Predaking has fallen. Knockout, clean him up. He now services me. Behold, I lead here. The dominion of the Overlord shall usher in a new era. And even the Oracle of Oracris herself shall bow to my might.